Chapter 1 of Riceyman's Steps. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Anthony Ogus. Riceyman's Steps by Arnold Bennett. Part 1, Chapter 1. Riceyman's Steps. On an autumn afternoon of 1919, a hatless man with a slight limp might have been observed ascending the gentle broad acclivity of Riceyman's Steps, which lead from King's Cross Road up to Riceyman Square, in the great metropolitan industrial district of Clerkenwell. He was rather less than stout, and rather more than slim. His thin hair had begun to turn from black to grey, but his complexion was still fairly good, and the rich, very red lips under a small greyish moustache and over a short pointed beard were quite remarkable in their suggestion of vitality. The brown eyes seemed a little small, they peered at near objects. As to his age, an experienced and cautious observer of mankind, without previous knowledge of this man, would have said no more than that he must be past 40. The man himself was certainly entitled to say that he was in the prime of life. He wore a neat dark grey suit, which must have been carefully folded at nights, a low white starched collar, and a made black tie that completely hid the shirt front. The shirt cuffs could not be seen. He was shod in old black leather slippers, well polished. He gave an appearance of quiet, intelligent, refined and kindly prosperity, and in his little eyes shone the varying lights of emotional sensitiveness. Riceyman's Steps, 20 in number, are divided by a half landing into 2 series of 10. The man stopped on the half landing and swung round with a casual air of purposelessness, which however concealed imperfectly a definite design. The suspicious and cynical, slyly watching his movements, would have thought, "What's that fellow after?" A man interested in a strange woman acquires one equine attribute. He can look in 2 directions at once. This man could and did look in 2 directions at once. Below him and straight in front he saw a cobbled section of King's Cross Road, a hell of noise and dust and dirt, with the County of London tramcars and motor lorries and heavy horse-drawn vans sweeping north and south in a vast clangour of iron thudding and grating on iron and granite beneath the bedroom windows of a defenceless populace. On the far side of the road were conspicuous to the right the huge red Nelgwyn Tavern, set on the site of Nell's still huger palace, and displaying printed exhortations to buy fruity Portuguese wines, and to attend meetings of workers; and, conspicuous to the left, red Rowton House, surpassing in immensity even Nell's vanished palace, divided into hundreds and hundreds of clean cubicles for the accommodation of the defeated and the futile, at a few coppers a night, and displaying on its iron façade a newspaper promise to divulge the names of the winners of horse races. Nearer to the man who could look 2 ways lay the tiny open space, not open to vehicular traffic, which was officially included in the title Riceyman's Steps. At the south corner of this was a second-hand bookseller's shop, and at the north an abandoned and decaying mission hall. Both these abutted on King's Cross Road. Then, on either hand, farther from the thoroughfare and nearer the steps, came a few private houses with carefully curtained windows, and one other shop, a confectioner's. And next, also on either hand, 2 business yards, full of lorries, goods, gear, and the hum of hidden machinery. And the earth itself faintly throbbed, for, to the vibrations of traffic and manufacture, the underground railway, running beneath Riceyman's Steps, added the muffled uproar of its subterranean electric trains. While gazing full at the spectacle of King's Cross Road, the man on the steps peered downwards on his right at the confectioner's shop, which held the woman who had begun to inflame him. He failed to descry her, but his thoughts presently held her image, and she held his.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?